Hi, I'm so glad you're here. If this message found you today, then it's for you. So, what I've been hearing is it's really important to bring the spirit world but also this earthly realm together. And if you've been following my channel, you might know that I'm a great fan of balance. And I think this is also where this is leading. Balance between remembering the spirit world, remembering how our world is working and staying up there, but also grounding things into reality. And I think it's not meant for us to hate the human world, because right now when we are here, there's a reason for us to incarnate on this planet. And I think in order for us to integrate the two of them or to bring them together, I think it's important for us to take responsibility for our own actions. I think self-worth is really important, and I think it's also important that we are reflecting and that we are questioning our system, and that our world might integrate, or it might have a foundation that we can question. But we're also, when we're here for a few years, so a long time in our human lives. And it's also important to honor that. So we can also, I think when we are just up there and reflecting and over-reflecting and thinking about how things could change, there's this imbalance between the masculine and the feminine energy. It's not only that. I think I must count myself in there too, because actions are also important. We live in this world where actions bring us forward, where actions bring us to a point where we can achieve success. Yes, maybe also success, how we define it in our human world, like being rich and possessing things or things like that, but also being rich because we are free, we are liberated, and sometimes we have to follow the rules of our world too, right? I think that's very important to return home. And home is in ourselves, wherever we are, whatever we are doing, we can decide how to live the space of home. You know, you've got gifts and you can use them. Sometimes you also might be thinking that maybe you are someone that is too deep, or that has a lot of emotions and feels deeply, and sometimes we can feel kind of left out by this world, but yeah, it's almost this feeling of being misunderstood. But just know that you don't have to let yourself be overtaken by these emotions. You are playing an active role. You can take responsibility for yourself. You can also live a human life. You're not meant to be stuck in reflection and overthinking and how you can change the world. Yes, that's also part of your mission, but another part is by having fun, by living your life, by meeting friends, by going outside, by, I don't know, whatever you want to do, right? Okay. Is there anything else that wants to be added to this message? I can see this video that I watched today where there are these women who were making a dance choreography, and they were having these umbrellas, and they were making these different kind of patterns because they were moving with the rhythm, and because there were so many, there were these beautiful patterns that were coming to life when they were opening and closing the umbrellas. One in the comments said that some people, they weren't in the rhythm and they were triggering them. And I didn't see that before, but I was returning to the video and then I saw it. Yeah, maybe one or two women, they were out of rhythm, but it didn't make as much of an impact because overall the choreography was really cool. Yeah, I think that's your bonus message, right? If you're currently working on something and doing something, it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe people outside of you don't even recognize that you aren't in your right rhythm. Maybe you are really critical with yourself. So when you are leaning more into this masculine energy of creation, don't be too perfect. Don't try to over-perfect anything. Yeah, just live your life. You're here to live on Earth. Right now you are here. Tomorrow you might be somewhere else. Who knows? And then you will return, or you won't, or I don't know. It's the balance of trusting and reflection, but also taking action. Oh, that's crazy. Okay. So yeah. And not only taking action and working, but also taking action and enjoying, and also surrendering and trusting the process, but also continuing and not giving up after trying something 1 or 2 times. You can try again. If it didn't work in the first place, you can choose to create again. You can choose to do it differently. Yeah. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and then I will see you soon. Bye.